Simmons, and this is my demonstration video for my speech class, and today we're going to be talking about how to change a car tire. Most people probably don't know how to change their car tire because they call AAA or they have a tire service place change their tire whenever it goes flat. But in South Dakota, where I live, that's really not an option. There might be 50, 60 miles or greater distance in between towns. You can be out in the middle of the prairie. We live in the northern part of the country, so you want to be able to know how to change your car tire if it goes flat. Otherwise, you can be out there for a very long time. I did go to Bridgestone.com just to get some background information. I do know how to change a car tire, but wanted to make sure that all the bases were covered. And at Bridgestone, they list off a whole list of things that you need to do in case your car tire does go flat. So if you're going down the road and your car, you have a flat tire, there's a few things that you need to do. And these are essential things that we teach our youth here at the church. We have classes periodically that are just like doing life classes, and one of them is changing a car tire, and we've gone through this with quite a few of them already. But some of the things that you need to do. We'll go around to the other side in case you have a flat tire. Every vehicle is equipped with an emergency brake, and this particular van has the emergency brake right here on the floor. And you're going to want to engage that whenever you pull over. And also the flashers. You're going to want to put your flashers on so that people know that you have car trouble. The other thing that you're going to want to do is put these, not everybody will have these in their vehicle, and it's okay if you pull over and you have some rocks or whatever. You can put those behind the opposite side of your vehicle where the flat is. And you're going to want to just wedge those on each side, and that helps along with the emergency brake to prevent your vehicle from rolling away or slipping off of the jack. You definitely don't want that to happen. Also, in this particular vehicle, the jack and the tools to help you change your car tire are located in the back right here. Most places they might be underneath the mat, or they might be underneath the seat, like in some pickup trucks. But you want to get those out. We already did. And these are some of your tools that you're going to need, and they come with the vehicle. You've got your scissor jack right here. This particular vehicle uses a scissor jack. Some use a bottle jack, or if you have a bottle jack. This tool here is actually what raises and lowers the jack. And this is your tire wrench. And it's got like looks like a flathead screwdriver end. That's to help you get the hubcap off. And then you have your actual wrench end here to help you get the lug nuts off. Some of them are shorter, some are longer. So you've got all of your tools here. You've got your vehicle chalked, your hazard lights on, you got your emergency brake on. So what do you do next? Well, you grab your wrench here, and we'll swing around. You want to take this hubcap off. Most vehicles either do or don't have hubcaps. This one does, and so it's got a little notch right here. You're going to put your wrench in there, you're going to pop it off. Put this to the side because you're going to use it later. I put my lug nuts in there. So before you even put your jack on there, you're going to want to loosen these lug nuts, because while it's on the ground you have more leverage to get your lug nuts loosened. So kind of just get them loosened up. Alright, we got those loosened up. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to find your jack. You're going to find underneath your vehicle on the frame. This particular one has it. Some vehicles have different notches, but this one has a double notch right here. And this groove that is right here slides in there. So the body of the vehicle slides right in here. So you're going to line it up. You can raise it up to the frame of the vehicle by hand once it's there. Then you're going to take your scissor jack tool, stick it in here just like that. And you're going to raise the vehicle just to where the tire is off the ground. Alright, now we're off the ground right there. Then you're going to take your wrench tool and you're going to finish taking your lug nuts off. Now there's a few other things that you're going to probably want to have in your vehicle depending upon where you live. Here for South Dakota, it's winter for about 6 to 7 months out of the year. So, heavy jacket, some work gloves to keep your hands warm, bottled water. You might want a rain jacket because you don't get a flat tire when it's sunny. That's not the only time you get a flat tire. So, And in the summers here in South Dakota, it gets really hot, so that bottled water is going to help keep you hydrated. Now, once you got all of your lug nuts off, we got the last one right here. All right. Well, you got that one off. You'll take your tire off. You'll kind of get it out of the way. And it can go back in the back of your vehicle, or it can go where the spare tire holder is. On this particular van, there's a spare tire located underneath the vehicle. Most trucks have that in the same location. Some cars have their tires in the trunk underneath the mat. You'll get your spare tire out. You want to make sure you have air in it too. So periodically when you're at the gas station, check your spare tire and make sure you have air in it. Or when you get your oil changed, have them check your spare tire. So you'll get your spare tire out. You'll wheel it back over here to the vehicle, and you've got to line up your lug holes to these lug nuts, or these lug bolts right here. So you got to put it back over there. You're going to line it up, and then you basically just do it in reverse. You got to stick your lugs on there, kind of hand tighten them. You want to make sure that they're on there right so you don't cross thread them. And you can just put them finger tight for right now. Kind of get them all on there. Now if you're watching this and you notice we have one lug nut missing, we had some problems with it. It did get cross-threaded. But this has it's a 5-bolt pattern, and right now we're okay with having the 4, and we will go get that one replaced once we're done here. So once you're back to this point, what you're going to do is you're going to tighten them up, but there's a particular pattern that you have to use whenever you tighten up tires. It's called the star pattern. Because you have 5 lugs here, you're going to go into a 5-star pattern. So you're going to go opposite. You're going to go, if you start here, you want to go across, then you'll tighten this one up. From here, you go down to this one. And once you tighten this one up, you go up, over, and then you just keep doing that so it evenly tightens up the wheel back onto your vehicle. Because you don't want your tire to be wobbling when you're going down the road, and if you don't tighten it up in this particular manner, it'll wobble and probably cause more damage than you want. So we're going to get these tightened up in that star pattern. And if you do this and you do break one off, if you break one of these studs off or whatnot, you can do that. You'll just do the star pattern with the 4 and not do this one. And it'll tighten it up evenly still without that one. So it's kind of a good thing that happened, just to show you, because it's a possibility that it can happen to you out on the road. As long as you have, I think it's at least 3, you're okay. You don't want to go down the highway like at 80 with that. But okay, so we've got it tightened up. Now we just basically have to do it in reverse. We take our jack and we lower our jack to get the vehicle back onto the ground. Make sure we get it, there we go, get it out of the way. And then you do that, you have to go back and you have to retighten these again, because now you have the vehicle weight on it and it's kind of loosened it up a little bit. So we start over again. Into the star pattern. You can hear that they're loose enough that I can move them. Alright, once you've done that and they're all tightened and everything, you want to put your hubcap back on here. Alright, that's that as far as getting everything done. Then you want to put your jack, you got to lower your jack, get it all back ready to go for the next time. You want to put your tools away. Just want to throw them in here because they'll be bouncing around. So we're going to put them back up right. So this particular one goes right here. And you may have to, kind of fiddle around with it, get it back in there. And then this one kind of spreads out so it holds itself. There you go. Stick your tools back in there. Close that back up. You want to move your chocks and throw those in the back. Close her up. And don't forget to disengage your parking brake, otherwise you aren't going to go anywhere. There you go, turn your hazard lights off, go down the road, and make sure you get to a tire service place so they can fix your flat. You can put your spare back where it's supposed to go, because your spare is only really designed if you have a donut for about 55 miles an hour for a very short period of time. It's not a full-size tire, so you don't have the same amount of capability as you do on a regular size car tire. So be careful if you have that spare on there. 55 miles an hour is about as fast as you want to go, and be careful. Thanks, and I hope you learned how to change your car tire.